Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bronze Age Minecraft, a series where we set out to recreate the Bronze Age settlements of ancient Greece. My name is Daskalos, and I'm a professional archaeologist and certified interpretive guide. And I know what you're thinking. Daskalos, why are you in a forest? Shouldn't you be terraforming right now? Well, I am still on the island. I just planted a bunch of trees because I figured that I was going to have to do some trading with the villagers at some point. I'm not stalling. You're stalling. Yeah. Anyways, I got a little bit more work done with the terraforming before I ran out of dirt, yet again. So I decided I'd start digging out under the platform that I made. Well, why don't I just show you, and let's talk a little bit more about Pylos. I'm going to start this episode's terraforming with some hacking down of this hill here. I'm shooting for a much more shallow slope so that I can add some terraced farms in later. And if you haven't figured it out yet, I have no idea what I'm doing. What? Oh, come on. Seriously? God, I swear if I lost any of my progress, I don't know what I'm going to do. So what is it about Pylos that made me want to build it in Minecraft? Well, the answer for that is not so simple. You see, Pylos not only had a really cool layout that I thought would look really neat, and was not only a real place mentioned by Homer, but also an important one. Archaeologists have learned a ton of things about Pylos from its material remains, but there's one material remain in particular that has been an absolute goldmine for information. You see, I'd mentioned before that we know about its administration, and we know that by studying the Linear B tablets found at Pylos. But what are Linear B tablets? Oh boy, buckle up for this one. It was at this point that I realized that if I'm going to be expanding this platform, I should probably know the outline of the buildings that are going to be on top of it. Otherwise, I might end up expanding way beyond what I need to. So, I set about establishing the outline of the complex. Linear B is the name given to the language of what we call the Mycenaean civilization. But not just any language, it's written language. Linear B tablets have been found all over Bronze Age Greece in places like Knossos on Crete, Mycenae in Tiryns, and of course Pylos among others. The tablets were originally just soft clay slabs that had writing on them, but eventually were hardened in the fires of the Bronze Age collapse. Now we don't know what Mycenaean sounded like, but thanks to the Linear B tablets, we do know what it looked like. And it looked like this. So once that was done, the only thing left was to fill the platform with dirt. And I figured I'd grab dirt from under the platform since it's going to be hidden anyways. And once I had the dirt, it was just ferrying it back and forth. Grab dirt from underneath and put it on top, and back and forth, back and forth. Linear B was eventually translated in the mid-20th century, and it turns out that it is an early form of Greek, a type of Proto-Greek. The fascinating thing is that the symbols do not represent letters, but rather syllables. Because of this, Linear B has significantly more symbols than the letters we're used to dealing with in our own language. So once we had this all figured out, the question then becomes, what do the tablets say? All finished up, I decided that I was going to need to trade with the villagers eventually, so I, planted all these trees and gave the villagers a bunch of food and beds to do their thing, and yeah, here we are. Archaeologists hoped that the Linear B tablets would have opened our eyes to the many, many workings of the Mycenaean civilization, and they kinda did. Unfortunately, those workings of the Mycenaean civilization, yeah, they all revolve around how the palace worked. You see, the Linear B tablets were mostly inventories and receipts, general documentation about the comings and goings of supplies and who owns what. Much to our dismay, the tablets don't tell archaeologists about heroes and battles. The closest we get is documenting rotations of soldiers and who showed up for duty. But because most of these tablets are inventories, we do get an insight to a little bit of their religion. Specifically, feasts. Well, dedications and feasts. But now I have a bit of an issue. You see, when I dug all that dirt out from under the platform, I popped out the torches and never replaced them. So you might know what that means. I think I might have made an unintentional mob spawner. Well, guess I gotta go make the village safe. Let me just change into my armor. Alright, let's do this. So there you have it, mobs taken care of and more terraforming completed. We will get into what the Linear B tablets say on feasting in episode 10. Man, can you believe it? We're already approaching episode 10. But until next time, I'll see you then.